Hello everybody, welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. My name is Austin, and in today's video we are going to be ripping and shipping the KotLC characters, but not just the KotLC characters, the KotLC adults. So it's going to be making for some interesting ships and some interesting rips today. But before we get into it, make sure to drop a like if you guys like these fun challenges that we do. Comment down below who is your favorite adult couple. For instance, mine is definitely Grady and Adeline. So definitely comment down below yours in the comments below. And lastly guys, make sure to subscribe down below to the channel. Guys, we are only 100 subscribers away from 16,000, so we're so close. So please, if you aren't subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. It would help us out a lot. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the rip and ship. Alright, before we get into the first ship, let's go over the 16 characters that are going to be in this video. We have Adeline, Orly, Julian, Grady, Melina, Roe, Gisela, Alvin, Cassius, Sandor, Kessler, Elwin, Bronte, Della, Levy, and Forkle. So we're gonna have 8 pairings, and we're gonna see how many we rip and how many we ship. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up. And let's just go and jump to the first name, which is going to be Councillor. Who's Councillor going to be shipped with here? Let's see. Alvin. So Councillor and Alvin is probably the worst ship I could have actually pulled out of this box. Like, the worst name for Councillor is Alvin. Alvin and Councillor are like basically the exact opposites. Like, Alvin is the most noble elf in the lands, coming from like the most noble family, and Councillor, a talentless elf who, you know, is a bad match and is the opposite of noble. So I think this is definitely a no. I don't think there could be any like disagreement with this because they're so opposite that it's kind of just weird if they were. And Alvin comes from a family that if you're a bad match, then it's a really big deal, especially from what we saw with Fitz. Even though he really likes Sophie, the bad match thing just totally destroyed their relationship. So Alvin Councillor is going to be a rip. So a rip to start off the video. I'm gonna put that in my little rip pile here. And now let's get on to the next drawing of names. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this thing up. And the third name is going to be Julian. So our third person is Julian, and who is Julian going to be shipped with here? Libby. Julian and Libby. Put a lot of thought into this one because it is a very interesting ship, but the more I think about it, the more I'm just trying to find something. I'm trying to find something to ship them, but nothing's really coming to my head. I know that Libby is a healer and, you know, treats people's injuries and all of that, so that makes her a kind person and all. And obviously Julian is a very, you know, welcoming person, very kind person, because of, like, in the actual books who Julian is actually married to, she's a bad match. She's married to someone who's talentless, so she doesn't care, you know, who you are, what ability you have. She just cares for, you know, the personality. So I think Julian and Libby are both kind and caring, but I just don't see them matching very well. Both these characters are very minor, so I'm just gonna have to say rip for this one. So starting off the video with 2 rips so far. So let's get straight into the next one. We're gonna have our next character going to be Mr. Forkle, always very interesting. And who will Mr. Forkle be shipped with today? Dame Alina. Now this one I could actually get behind. Both of these characters are very like prominent figures in this book because of like how they have their leadership roles. Dame Alina was the principal of Foxfire. Now she's a counselor, so she's a leader. And Mr. Forkle, of course, you know, is the leader of the Black Swan and also is the principal of Foxfire from like Magnate Leto and all of that. And even though Dame Alina is a counselor, we're kind of like throwing this out of the bag, of course, if we're doing rip or ship it. So I think both of them kind of really match well. They fit together. So I find this a ship. Well, let me know what you guys think. Dame Alina and Mr. Forkle. Very, very interesting. So we're just gonna go ahead and ship that one. So now we have 1 ship and 2 rips so far in this video. But let's get straight into the next one. We are gonna have Adeline, and Adeline will be paired with Orly. So now we have Adeline and Orly, which is very, very interesting because obviously Orly is Sophie's biological mother and Adeline is Sophie's adoptive mother. So, you know, they both have something in common, but I think even though they probably have known each other for a long time, we know that Adeline before Jolie's death was a prominent figure in the nobility along with Grady. So Orly and Adeline probably have a good past together, a good connections, and they probably know each other very well. It just doesn't seem right to me. I don't know the reason. I just think going off of Jolie's death and how harmful that was to Adeline and how much it changed her, I just think that I can't see her with anyone else but Grady. And of course Orly, after Kenrick's death, I don't find her with anyone else. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is a rip. So I'm gonna add that to the rip pile. 3 rips to one ship with, I'm pretty sure, 3 more pairings left. So let's keep going and let's pick another name. We are going to have Della, very interesting character, and Grady. Grady and Della is hard for me, but I think I'm gonna have to say rip for this one. I think Della and Grady both have like strong personalities, especially like when in Never Seen, Della forced her way to come with the kids to the Illuvatir hideout. So we know that Della has a very strong personality, and of course a strong ability in her vanishing. And Grady, of course, very strong personality. We've seen him, and you know how strong he is as a mesmer. But I just think that, I don't know, they don't work out too much. They're two strong personalities, never really work out. So I'm gonna have to rip this one. They're definitely both awesome people, but I think that Alvin is more better for Della because of how he's kind of like, I think, more softer than Grady. So we're just gonna go with that. So wow, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 4 rips so far in only one ship. Let's just keep going. Let's draw 2 names in which we have Cassius and Gisela. What? Cassius and Gisela. What am I gonna do? Of course I'm gonna have to rip this. We've already seen what happened to that relationship. Gisela manipulated Cassius all the time, and like for the first half of the book series, we always thought like Cassius was the bad person in this relationship, but it was always Gisela. She was always a bad parent, and of course this is never gonna work, so we're gonna have to rip it. Wow, so many rips this video. This is insane. 2 more pairs left. Let's just get into the next one because obviously that's not gonna work. I'm gonna pull Sandor and Roe. For Sandor and Roe, this is, I think this is another rip. I'm gonna be honest. Sandor and Roe. Like, Roe is so energetic and so, like, I don't know, like, what's the right word, but like maybe like passionate just about everything. She's like, you know, she's definitely has a very strong personality. While Sandor is like, you know, to be honest, he's boring, he's calm, he's collected. He's basically the opposite of Roe, and I'm pretty sure Sandor is always annoyed with Roe. I know they're both bodyguards, which is kind of coincidental that these are the only 2 bodyguards in the cup that we got for this pairing, but I think Sandor and Roe definitely spent a lot of time together because Sophie and Keefe spent a lot of time together. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure about this one. Just Sandor probably doesn't like Roe that much. Yeah, let's get out of this one. But 1 more pair, and geez, we only have 1 ship today. Okay, well hopefully this is a ship, but yeah, let's get into the next one. 2 more people left, so no reason to worry here. We've got Bronte and Ellen. After a little bit of thinking, I'm gonna have to go with ship. I mean, these are 2 of my like favorite characters that are like guys. Bronte, definitely like one of the best counselors. He's funny, he's helped Sophie along the way, and so does Elwin. He's the same thing. He's helpful, you know, he doesn't care what Sophie does. He's always gonna treat her injuries and help her out, and not just Sophie but all her friends. He's just that type of guy. He let Keefe in his house. They're both great human beings, and sometimes Bronte's grumpy, but I think these 2 guys I think they're great for each other just because of how much they help Sophie along. You know, of course there's an age gap, but I mean, anyone Bronte's paired with is gonna have an age gap. So I think this is a ship. We'll end on a ship here. So we'll have 6 rips and 2 ships. But yeah, no, this video is definitely fun, but there's a lot of rips, which is probably my most ever in this rip or to ship it video. So that's very interesting. But yeah, let's get into the outro. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys like the rip it or ship it, make sure to drop a like down below. Can we get to 200 likes on this video? That would be amazing. Also, make sure to comment down below. What do you guys think about some of these ships and rips? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not? I'd love to know what you guys think about these random pairings that we had in this video. Also, make sure to subscribe. We are only 100 subscribers away, actually less than 100 subscribers away from getting to our next subscriber milestone, which is 16,000 subscribers. So please help us out and click that subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.